Hello and welcome to episode 28 in our Spanish Empire campaign. We are trying to wind down the war with the United States that we've been in for about 3 or 4 years at this point. Let's see, where's he going? Eastern North America. Let's see if what we have. 38,000 tons. If we take them out, and then maybe we can move these guys into Portland. Let's see, first of all, what do we have? $38. So we can put almost 40,000 tons into Norfolk, or into Portland. Maybe. There we go. Let's put that. We'll leave these 4 guys out for now. We are at shipbuilding capacity. We do have, let's see, politics-wise, I think we're trying for a peace treaty again. We are building some to increase our shipyard size. We have this coming up here soon, which will give us a bunch of new hulls. Ship design, like I said, we're kind of maxed out. I think we even have a couple of things that are suspended. Yeah. So we had a lot of ships while we were taking Maine. We had a lot of ships up here that took damage and were out of fuel, and it was a long, drawn-out fight. So we're still kind of recovering from that. The United States does not have many ships left at this point, or at least they didn't. I don't think they're created too many recently. +7 with Britain, that's nice. No. France is provoking us now. Interested to see how much tonnage it would take to take Western USA at this point. I'm really struggling to understand how we lost transports again in the Caribbean. But, okay. $362, 243. I don't think we can come anywhere close to 243. 40, 60. 120. 180. Yeah, that would be a neat trick. Okay, where are we at? We're at 76. So we have 7,000. $6,000. Okay. All right. So maybe we can get. Did I just put us over? Yeah, I just put us over. Suspend that. We're never going to have enough crew for that. No, not even close. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we have 4 new hulls, including a Dreadnought 1. We have an Armored Cruiser 4 as well. Plus 10 reconnaissance, plus 15 escort power, plus 15 invade power. That's helpful. Is it this guy? I mean, he's not even in the Caribbean. Okay. Gonna try again for the 6th time, maybe? Minus plus 45. Let's get that turned off. Don't need that anymore. Excuse me very much. Get that down to 6 months. Let's get that going. Okay. Get that resuming. All right, let's go in and look at our new hulls. So Dreadnought. Let's look at Armored Cruiser 4 first. What can we do there? So I think if I remember correctly, yeah, we're right at our CA limit's still 10,000, so it doesn't really help us much. Well, we must have got a little bit of a boost. Maybe it's 11,000 now. Yeah, I would believe that's it. Yeah, okay. So there's no point. We have a 10,000 ton CA. There's really no point in that. Our last battleship was this guy, right? Who is 19,500 tons, but just looks like a toy you would put in the bathtub with your kids. So this looks much better. Let's see what the other 3 hulls look like. We can't build over probably 25,000 tons at this point. So what was it? Small semi-dreadnought. No, we definitely don't want to do that. 16,700. I kind of 21.5, 21.5, 22. Stability 50, 58, 52, 68. This has 77 resistance though. 65 turning, 60. So this guy's going to handle better. This one can also be a lot bigger. I do like this though. Almost like a early battle cruiser. to see something first. 11s, 12s, and 13s are all Mark IIs. Can I put a 13? I can put a 13 on there. It certainly looks fine, right? Okay. So to answer that question, because we need some ships with some bigger guns. So there's 2 and 226. Okay, so let's do 27.4. Let's do that. All right. Long range accuracy 22, 21, 17. I think that's kind of a no-brainer. We want some long range accuracy. Let's get our engines taken care of. Go with induced. Double hull. Citadel 2. Anti-flood 2. Stereoscopic 1. Need to be on the lookout for that. All right. So what are we at? We're already overweight. How's that possible? Oh, I see why. Okay. Let's do 20 knots. What does 18 give us? So we're at 19.9. 9,000 tons. Okay. So what happens if we go to natural? Can we 588 tons? Let's see what we can do here. Could probably how can I only have one? Okay, so up to 6 inches Mark II. Let me put. If we do 5 inch. Very weird looking, unusual, but I kind of like it. Now let's see what we can do with casemates. 75 tons each, 150. Feel like we're pushing our luck here. Okay, let's get increased HE. That's fine. We want capped. Light. We want enhanced. Yeah, we're right up at the edge. We're over the edge. Let's do 6 and 1.5. We might have to roll back and do 6 inch. $300 tons. We really don't have very good turret armor. Our main armor is okay. We really don't have any way to get any more weight taken off. I could probably get rid of the 2s. How much are they? 15, so that's 30. It's 100. It's not really going to make much difference. It's a lot of 7-inch guns, though. That gives us a lot of firepower. Let's do 3 here. Let's do 1 here. Let's do 0.5 and 1.5. We don't need a lot of armor on 2-inch guns. Okay, so we are under. We're back over 4. 5, 2, 2. Let's do 10. Let's do 7 and 7. And we're right there. Would like to have a little bit more speed. I would definitely like to have more range. But we have shit ton of 7-inch guns. And 8 13-inch guns. All right, let's save it. What is this? Conception class. Now the question is, I did save it. Now the question is, how long until we can actually build it? Actually, we're not that far off. 1 month. What is this guy? 17. Let's put him at 6 months. We can wait because it's first of all, we're never going to have anywhere close to enough crew for that guy. What do we need crew-wise? 850. And we have what? 530. Okay. So if we do, it'll give us almost 630. It'll get us closer, right? Not perfect, but yeah, I'm not worried about that. 18-inch torpedo tubes. Okay. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. What do we need? 3,000. There we go. Conveniently, we have a battleship right there. I don't know what else to do at this point. I mean, we can southeastern seaboard. 241. Let's go in here and hit Charleston. You can just chase this guy around forever. Where's he going? Western, south. We can see if we can intercept this guy. Oh, actually, let's do this. Let's do 2. And then let's move you guys here, split you up, see if we can't get that guy. What do we got coming here? Light cruiser, heavy cruiser, battleship, torpedo boat. Okay. Aha, finally. So July of 1904. Finally get peace. Faroe Islands. So we don't even have enough to get Chile. I'm tempted to just take the money. I don't even know where the Faroe Islands are. Let me look real quick. Oh, okay. So they are in the North Atlantic. Do I want that? I don't want that. Yeah. Let's just take the money. Put that money into crews, infrastructure for our shipbuilding, research, right? No, we're going to focus on our own shipbuilding at this point. All right, so the first thing is we need to get everybody back into port. What do we have here? 3,100. We can take these guys and let's move them there. Move these guys over here. We're going to take these back over to the Philippines. What do we have here? We're going to take the battleship. We're going to move the battleship that way. And then everything else we're going to leave over here. $9,200. Okay, so let's move those guys there. Let's move. I think we're going to take, let's move these guys here. And if we don't have room for the battleship, we'll send the battleship back over to the Philippines. All right, what do we have here? 9,500. Okay, let's just move you guys into Guantanamo. No, there we go. And then 16,000. There we go, right there. Okay. What do we have here? 50,000. Let's move you guys over to the homelands. 64,000. Let's move you guys there. And then how full is Portland? Portland is, we have 16,000 there yet. And then move these guys. 4,000, 7,000. Okay, so that should be close. Is that everybody already? Might be. Yeah. So the only ones that should be still at sea after this turn would be the ones going back to the Far East. All right, so where are we politically? We're almost at war with Japan, of course. Let's try and cool the relations there. Is Japan at war with anybody? Germany and China. And they only have 49 ships. They're building 43. Army logistics are meh. Okay. I mean, we don't have any ships over there. That's my biggest concern. If war breaks out. GDP is roughly equal. Excuse me. Our GDP is so far behind everybody else, though, because we've been at war for so long. All right, not everybody. Finances. Let's see where we're at. Let's cut this down. cut this down. Actually, you know what? We can leave this around minus 20 million. We got all that money from winning the war. Let's run this up a little bit until we get down to around maybe 700 million. Got 4 months left on that. What happens if I turn that off? We'll go back up to 7. We are going to, I think, once we get everybody into port, we're going to reevaluate all our ships. I see a ship right here, right off the bat, that needs to go. Like this needs to go. So let's, how many crew members? We need 1,300 crew members. Oof. Okay. 27,000. We can build 2 of these. What else can we build? That would still give us almost 20,000. We can build 1 more of those. And $3,000. Can build about 6 of those. All right. So the idea here is we're going to build new ships, and then to crew them once they're closer to getting built, or if we need to, we're going to. Well, these are going to get scrapped one way or the other, right? Some of these other guys might not. Like that can still be useful. We saw that towards the end. The light cruisers that we rebuilt did actually pretty well. So keep our fingers crossed with Japan. Hopefully, even if war comes, they'll pay us off instead of going to war with us. It's kind of our best bet. Portugal. Okay. No. Okay, so of course that didn't work. United States attacked Portugal. It's -9 with United States again. Okay. All right, we should be good there. We can do Italy though. Italy has 174 ships at this point. Okay, our ships are going to be moving for quite a while on that side. I noticed we are over. How much are we over? So we're probably going to have to suspend those 2. Yeah, we'll suspend those until everybody gets repaired. We can do this though. Those on limited. This guy is mothballed because we don't have enough crew. How much crew do we have? 700. How much do we need? I think it was 800 something. 855. Conde del Tolosa. They're both at sea, of course. Now, what was the other one? No. that guy, the Astuto. Do you have any of those that are in port? No, they're all at sea. So who's in port? San Lorenzo. I mean, that probably wouldn't. How much better is this ship than this ship? Quite a bit, I would say. All right, well, let's just get everybody into port, and then we'll figure that out. No, did not work. Okay, these guys are still moving. How many turns is that going to take? 3 turns just to get over there. Wow, these guys are going to be at sea for a long time. Can zoom that for a turn, maybe. Gives us almost 30. Can we unsuspend both of them? No, of course not. Okay, that works. At sea, they're all at sea. The Astuto 3 and the Pirano. Astuto and Pirano. Which one? Pirano is 1894. So the Astuto is the one we want to get rid of. If we can. Okay. More months on that. That'll give us a huge boost toward torpedoes. No, can't do that right now. I'm sorry. We got El Salvador. Okay, I believe this is, yeah, this is one of these guys. So let's just move him right where we just took him, and then we'll scrap him. Okay. Where are these guys at? Japan. Approve. Maybe. Nope, gotta leave that on. Okay, we're 70. Can we... What do we have? 445. Nope. Okay, so we'll scrap him next turn. Do we have anybody down here that we can refit? Let's do that. We still have 12,000. Okay. Okay, let's roll the dice. And that wasn't the outcome we wanted. Okay. Crew training is inadequate. How do you respond? Don't want to shrink the GDP. Mark 3 10-inch. Okay, there's our torpedoes. No, we're in trouble. Okay. So they are still at war with Germany and China. That's the good news. We need to appease Italy. Okay. Conde del Tolosa. Okay. The good news is he's in Manila. I don't remember even doing that, but that's good news. We are at the limit, so I can't do that. Do we have any other ships being built? Yes. These guys need to all go to Manila. This guy needs to go to Manila. Let's see, do I have any ships there? I don't think I'm going to have... He's commissioning. Oh, crap. Yep. Well, I rolled the dice and we lost. So everything except the Ross. Okay, so move. And then these guys, which are low fuel, we're going to move. There. And then this guy, we're going to move. Just going to move him there. And then we had, I believe, we're going to try and increase relations with Italy. Just in the meantime, we're still building there. We're at 44,000 or 44%. We're going to lose transports this turn, guaranteed. What do they have here? Torpedo boats. Okay, at least they don't have much. There's a huge fleet right there. Who are they fighting? The Chinese and the Germans, I believe. Yeah. So Germany, do you have any ships over here? No. China. What does China have? 2 ships. Okay, so China's going to be absolutely no help. Germany does have 105 ships. Who are they fighting? They're fighting the Americans again. I think we're going to have a couple turns here where it's going to get pretty ugly. We're going to lose quite a few transports. But obviously we have Borneo we could probably take eventually, and then maybe Okinawa. Yeah, we'll have to see. We have those 2 big battleships coming in. But they're going to take 16 more months. So that's a long way away. All right, I think this is a good place to stop this episode. We finally got rid of one war and got thrown right back into another one. And unfortunately, unless I don't see who's Germany fighting the United States. Where's all the German ships? There's a fleet there, I think. No. Are they all over here fighting the U.S.? Yes, of course. Not that many, though. Yeah, just a couple ships here and there. Okay, well, we're going to end here. We'll see what happens in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.